The NEET paper leak scandal has shaken the country and triggered serious questions about the credibility of India's examination system. From leaked papers and alleged rate cards to ghost candidates and organized cheating networks. What was supposed to be the gateway to a medical career has now become one of the biggest education scams in recent memory. But could this have been prevented? Of course it could have, but to what extent? And what lessons does NTA really have to learn? Joining us is KJ Alphons, former Rajya Sabha MP and the man who once transformed Kerala's entrance examination system from what he describes as the worst office in the world into one of the most efficient and secure examination models in the country. Thank you very much, KJ Alphons, for joining us. Let me just start straight by asking you, the nation is shocked by what has emerged as the biggest national shame, the NEET leak scandal. You've handled highly sensitive entrance examinations in Kerala years ago. You transformed it all. What does it tell you about the collapse of the system that we are seeing currently?
I was Commissioner for Entrance Examination Kerala in 2000, 2001. That's after I went back from Delhi as Commissioner DDA. And Minister told me, Alphonse, things are in a mess. Can you set it right? I said, okay, let me try. So that's where I began. But let me tell you what happened this time and also in 2024 is completely shocked me. 22 lakh children. They've been preparing from the time they got into high school, most of them from class 8 onwards to class 12. Then went to Kota and various centers where you are deprived of basic human rights, very poor living conditions, poor food, and being punished. It's more like a jail, all these places. I've been to those places. And finally, when the day comes, here it is, the paper is leaked. Imagine, it's just not 22 lakh children. It is their parents, their siblings. So I put it as millions of people in the country, completely depressed. And it's completely justified. I won't be surprised if some children, take their own lives.
Right. In fact, you transformed Kerala's entrance examination process nearly 25 years ago with secrecy protocols, physical safeguards, strict accountability. In 2026 with AI and digital technology, all of this seems to be much more easier to do, and NTA still seems to have fallen and fallen very badly on this.
Yeah, I'm completely, see, very often, I'm from the IAS 79 batch. It's very easy for bureaucrats to say the political interference doesn't let me do it. Where was political interference in this case? When I was commissioner, there was never a political interference. My minister, after telling me, can you clean it up? He never called me. I never met him. And even here, where is the political interference? You think the minister wants to mess it up? You think the prime minister wants to mess it up? So very often, it's so easy to blame the prime minister and the political executive for the failures of the bureaucracy. This is a complete bureaucratic failure, complete. And this is not happening here only. Whole lot of sectors I see bureaucrats who are not committed, who don't want to take the effort. Like me, how many people would want to stay on the street? When I was Commissioner DD, I was on the street for 5 years. But I ensured not 1 inch of my land was encroached. Like this time, traveling on a fake name, changing taxis, staying in tiny little unair-conditioned hotels. It's tough, but it's fun. When you finally bring out the result, it's great fun. I love doing it. It's a great thing. See, the point what I'm trying to make is, whatever I did, anybody can do better. It's not that I have a monopoly in doing something special. No, I'm committed. I ensure that whatever is entrusted to me will be done. There can't be a fault. There should be absolutely no chance for a failure. So I would blame the bureaucrats who did not do it.
The scandal is no longer just about an exam. Students have suffered mental trauma. Protests have erupted and families feel the future of lakhs of children have been completely compromised. In the crisis of this scale, who should be held accountable? The bureaucrats running the system, the political leadership, or both?
See, the messaging is very simple to get the country to believe that the politician has failed. But to me, whichever job I have been, mind you, I was in the Kerala cadre. I did 5 years as Commissioner DDA. I don't even know who my minister was. I was district collector of a district for more than 3.5 years. In any job that you do, why don't we take the responsibility? After all, the Constitution says that the bureaucracy, the IAS, and the All India services, it's a steel frame. The steel frame must learn to behave like a steel frame, take responsibility, not make excuses. Now, there is a committee which submitted a report after the 2024 elections were messed up. Why didn't this NTA chairman implement those things? You don't need the minister's permission. You don't need the prime minister's permission. Why didn't you do it? I'm told very few of those suggestions were implemented. The problem in this country is bureaucrats think, oh, it's very comfortable. Let me put it on the bureaucrat. I mean, after all, he is accountable. I'm not. Yes, bureaucrats must be made accountable for everything that they do. Problem is we need to have the steel frame really as a steel frame and produce results. It's not enough to be honest. Number one, you must be honest. Number two, take responsibility. However hard work it involves. Very often, most of my life, I worked at least 12 hours. I've never gone to bed with a single file on my table. I've never raised a query in any file. If I have a query, I'll call the officers concerned. I say, this is what the interpretation is. Let's do it. And I'll get everybody to sign up there at the bottom of that note. We have solutions. Why are millions of files pending? Why are simple things not being done? Why are our universities this way? I mean, I was member of the drafting committee of the NEP. It's a beautiful report. After all, who's to implement this? Can the minister go around to each college and each school and say, now, this is what is written in the NEP? I mean, this is the job of the bureaucracy. You have a whole system out there which is non-functional. And then it's so easy for the bureaucracy to sit back and say, no, 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 the politician must take the responsibility. I don't believe in that.
Well, that's more of the bureaucrat, KJ Alphons, speaking, and not really the politician. I do believe that it is the politicians who have to be accountable because they have been elected by the people. Bureaucrats are not. They function under anonymity as it was. A political accountability, in my opinion, is of utmost importance. What would you say would be the biggest lessons for NTA?
Yesterday, I was sitting with my son, who is a senior consultant in the information technology sector. He says it's so easy in this age of AI to really do things so easily because I had no assistance. Today, you have everything on the click of a button. It's so easy to manage things. Why are we doing it? And yeah, we can because things have technologically become so much easier than from my times. So conducting this examination will be so much easier. And then what do? We increase the number of people. I'm told there are two now, joint secretaries posted there, then directors being posted there. The larger the number, the bigger the chances of a leak. Today, I was talking to a general in India International Center, and he was saying that even armed forces medical entrance examination, the director gave his was a completely military action. The director gave his, the leaked the question papers to one of his close relatives. They got in, and then they continued medicine. It's not even that when we have a leak and we pin the people who are responsible, we keep saying, oh, no, he's completed 2 years of medicine. Why should we punish that candidate? We need to punish. We got to be ruthless. Um, well, I hope the message gets to the chairman. I think, to me, I mean, it's for the government to decide whether they want a new chairman or I think pick up the best guy in the country. There are plenty of bureaucrats who are very competent. I can tell you, I can name you 10 people straight away. Plenty of people who've done things and proved. I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people in the IAS who have done things. Get one of them. And if he needs assistance, he don't need too many assistants. I'm sure there must be a lot of people. I don't know, 24 people. I mean, he's conducting an exam nationally. He might need more people. Actually, it's not more people. It's just a question of the determination of the chief of that office and how is he able to share that dream with other people and set them on fire and do it. We can do it. There's no problem. It can be done. And today, it's so much easier than when I did it.
Thank you very much, KJ Alphons, for joining me. As I said, I do believe in political accountability. That cannot be shirked, but huge lessons from what you have said. And I think some questions that NTA really needs to answer and introspect deep. It cannot take forever to turn around the system. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.